In a quiet town lived a 13-year-old girl named Rina, with her widowed father and younger brother Amin. Life had changed drastically after the sudden death of her mother 2 years ago. Once filled with warmth and joy, their small 2-room home was now wrapped in silence and struggle. Her father, once a cheerful shopkeeper, had slipped into despair. Overwhelmed by grief and mounting bills, he eventually had to shut down his shop, leaving the family without a stable income. Their savings dried up quickly, and poverty crept in like a shadow, darkening every corner of their lives. Rina tried to stay strong, especially for her little brother. She continued attending school, though each day was harder than the last. Hunger gnawed at her, and for 2 whole days they had survived only on water and a few spoonfuls of rice. One morning, as Rina sat in her classroom, pale and exhausted, her teacher, Miss Farah, noticed her condition. Concerned, she gently approached Rina and asked if she was okay. At first, Rina replied weakly that she was fine, but Miss Farah wasn't convinced. After some hesitation, Rina finally admitted, "We have no food at home." Miss Farah's heart sank. Without wasting a moment, she sent someone to the market and bought food for Rina. She watched over her as the young girl slowly ate, regaining a bit of strength with each bite. But Miss Farah knew this wasn't enough. After school, she took Rina to the market herself and bought groceries: rice, lentils, flour, vegetables, and other essentials. They then walked to Rina's home, where her father, surprised and overwhelmed, tried to thank her. But Miss Farah simply said, "You're not alone. I'll help you from now on." From that day forward, Miss Farah became more than just a teacher. She became a lifeline. Every month she sent groceries to their home, made sure Rina's school fees were covered, and visited often to check on the family. Her kindness was unwavering, and she never once asked for anything in return. Slowly, Rina's home filled with stability again. Her father, motivated by Miss Farah's support, started reopening his shop. And Rina, no longer distracted by hunger, began excelling in school. Inspired by Miss Farah's compassion, Rina studied harder than ever. She began to dream of becoming someone who could also help others. Years later, that dream took flight when she received a full scholarship to study at a prestigious university abroad. Her family wept with joy. Miss Farah, too, had tears in her eyes as she watched the young girl she once helped, now standing on the edge of a bright new future. At the airport, as Rina hugged her family goodbye, she looked back at her journey. She remembered the days of empty plates, the pain of loss, and above all, the selfless love of a teacher who believed in her. It wasn't just food or money that changed her life. It was the compassion behind it. Sometimes, one act of kindness is all it takes to change everything.